All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful that got there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, and what I want to get into today, is the decline of everything. Everything is in decline. This is a society, okay, where everything is in complete decline, you know, and under the rulership of Esau Edom, okay, this man has accelerated, okay, he has accelerated the decline of this thing we call life. Life under the devil has become hell for everyone. Unless you're of the super rich, okay, unless you're in that that club, okay, of the elite. you know Life has becoming more and more of just complete hell. Everything is in decline. Now, going from both perspectives. All right, the Lord is punishing the earth, and he set over the earth the wicked ruler Esau Edom. Okay, but in the midst of that, there's a remnant of his people that have awakened to new life, to something beyond this current situation. As people are so miserable because this is all their, this is their everything. This current society is their everything. People are so miserable because they've invested everything into this society and it's failing them. It's declining. The more they invest into it, the more it's failing them. As the devil is attempting to transition from, this current world order he has now to a new one. So as he dismantling this old one, all right, and people have trusted in this, and this is all they know. This is their hope. This is their expectation of this system being in place and running. Okay, they're becoming extremely miserable, man. Okay, and ultimately it's a punishment from on high. And eventually the devil, Esau, Edom, he's going to be punished by the Most High for doing this, man. Okay, he's going to be punished for his wicked rulership and mainly for what he done to the Israelites, man. Okay, so when you go into the scriptures, Colossians 3:1, it says, since you have been raised to new life with Hamashiach, set your sights on the realities of heaven. Okay, which is the heaven, speaking of the Lord's will as it done, all right, in heaven being brought to the earth. Okay, their righteousness and order from the heavens is going to come to the earth. That's the kingdom we believe in. You see, we believe in something outside of this declining empire, man. Okay, the Lord finna punish this current age, man, beginning with the rulers, Esau, Edom, and the common people. And right now, he's using the rulers, Esau, to punish the common people. And Yahweh Shai is coming to punish the rulers, man. Okay, this is how it's finna go down in these last days with the judgment from on high. Okay, it says Colossians 3:1. It says, since you have been raised to a new life, we got a new life, man. This is over with. The Lord is making it easy for us to die to this place. It's in decline. It's in complete decline, man. Okay, everything is in decline. The food is getting worse. People are getting worse. More narcissistic. Okay, more proud, more self-worship. Okay, women through, out of there. Okay, nightmare. You see, everything is done. Sports is done. Entertainment done. All these things are done. Everything is in decline. Okay, some things, the sports is becoming unwatchable. You go into professional sports, that shit is unwatchable, man. Unwatchable. So like this shit is unwatchable, man. Okay, the music, most of it, you can't listen to this shit, man. You gotta listen to old shit. You might find authentic artists here and there, maybe, you know. But basically, man, I've been listening to instrumentals lately, man. Classical music. You see, because everything else is on decline, man. So we got a new life, man. Okay, we got a new expectation, and our life, all right, is not in this world anymore, man. This world is in decline, okay, and it's finna be judged. But we have a new life in Yahushua, which is finna be ushered in, and it's an eternal righteous kingdom. This is what our new life is geared towards. This eternal righteous kingdom, man. Colossians 3:1, since you have been raised to a new life with Hamashiach, set your sights on the realities of heaven, and it's gonna be real. Right now, it's supposed to look foolish. It's easy to mock what we preach right now while this world is up and going. Okay, so you can mock what we believe. Okay, but there's gonna come a time, all right, when the Lord gonna stop. He's gonna shut all mouths, man, because it's gonna be so much hell in the earth, man. Before that transition, the Lord gonna put so much hell in the earth, man. It's gonna be impossible to mock. Okay, so yeah, it's easy to mock what we believe now, but that they don't have nothing to do with our belief. That's why the scripture tells us, look, don't let the incredulity of them, okay, that don't believe trouble you. You see, they part of the story. They just doing what I created them to do, and that's to live in disbelief. Okay, and we have to really understand that that's just what it is. Okay, and it says, since you have been raised to new life with Hamashiach, set your sights on the realities of heaven, where Hamashiach sits in the place of honor at the Most High's right hand. So Yahweh Shai is at the right hand of the Heavenly Father in the heavens, man. And you got this thing among Jake that the Messiah ain't coming back. Now they aiming it towards Christians, okay? Because in Jake's mind, since Christianity is so flawed that they can just mock the Bible. You see, Christianity has the world thinking the Bible has no authority because the Christian doctrine doesn't make sense when you read the Bible. Okay, and that's what people are sadly wrong. So in the Most High, He's beautiful because the Christians, they're done. They're going to be judged for their folly. But then you people that's taking this opportunity because Christianity is flawed, to take all these shots at the Bible, you're going to be judged too. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is on the way back. He's coming back. Okay, Christianity, they can't explain it, but we see and we know exactly what's happening, man. This third world war is going to usher in Yahweh Shai. Okay, the nations are being gathered for the second coming. That's happening. Okay, moves are being made. You see, so when you read on, it says, think about the things of heaven and not the things on earth, because the things on earth are finished. This current rulership, the way that the earth is, see, when you go into, let's get this in Second Peter. We always get into it. It's the book of Second Peter, chapter 3. Okay. And I'll start in 10. It says, Second Peter 3:10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So it makes sense for people to say He not coming. The Lord wants that atmosphere on the earth. It's to the point now. Hey, what's to be mad about? Jake gonna say, Jake gonna. It's only Jake is only gonna get worse from here. They're gonna scoff more. It's gonna be more. The things that Jake is getting ready to say, it's gonna be like, damn. You know, Jake and Eve, they gonna scoff more. Okay, that's their role. Just as we prophesy more, they're gonna scoff more. They're gonna mock more. That's their role. Okay, so it's to the point to where getting mad at them. They gotta do what they gotta do. It is what it is. Certain things you say, you be like, damn. But then, hey, that's part of the Lord's movie. Okay, the Howard Shah wants to come back as a thief in the night. So he needs niggas to be fully convinced that he ain't coming back. That plays right into this. Okay, we need that. We need that energy. Okay, 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And what has the capability of melting elements? Okay, with fervent heat, those nukes. Okay, because even you look at, conventional warfare, and they do all this bombing. Well, those bombs, they don't completely melt the elements. They create a lot of rubble. You know, it's a lot of partially destroyed infrastructure. But these nukes gonna melt everything. They gonna melt the elements, man, because it's a different type of heat that the Lord finna unleash through these nations, man. Okay, and we here. And it says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up, man. Okay? So people still, like I say, people talking about, Sodom and Gomorrah and Pharaoh. Well, guess what? The Lord finna do something better. See, he finna raise the stakes this time. He's finna take it to another level. What he about to do? Okay, we finna see something different. You see, this where we at with it now. Okay, so reading on, it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man? So we know how this ends. What mindset should we be in? Okay, should we be engulfed in a world that's in decline? Should we be distracted by a world that's in decline? Should we be chasing something in this world that's in decline? What manner of person ought we to be, man? Okay, we gotta be detached. We gotta be misanthropes. Okay, let's get that word misanthrope, man. All right, because the earth is only getting worse. People are only getting worse, man. People are becoming more satanic, more anti-Messiah, more degenerate, more confused, more bugged out. Okay, so what manner of person are we to be, man? Okay, let's get this word. Hmm, let's see. Let's see. So when you go into misanthrope, it said misanthrope is an adjective describing a profound distrust, dislike, or hatred of the human species, human nature, or society in general. A person with these feelings is called a misanthrope. Okay? So the Lord is perfecting our hatred for this current age, man. Okay? The Lord is separating us more and more from this age because He's finna judge this world, man. Okay, and He's finna have mercy on the remnant. And the Lord wants us separated from these people. These people are off, man. These people hate the Lord. Okay, you understand? These people they hate righteousness, they hate life. You see? These people hate themselves, man. Okay? What can you do with that? What can be done with that, man? Okay? So you go into the word misanthrope. Said misanthrope is an adjective describing a profound distrust. All right, and we're in a time of trusting every goddamn body, man. Okay, really, anybody. If you're not in this inner circle, you ain't been around. Me speaking personally. If you ain't been around, I don't know what you want, man. You see, I'm checking myself, making sure I'm on point, man. Okay, somebody new, nah. It said dislike or hatred of the human species, human nature, or society in general. A person with these feelings is called misanthrope. Okay, it said general contempt. Uh, it says misanthropy is not just dislike of specific individuals, but a general, often sweeping negative judgment of humanity as a whole. Okay, and it's not a thing where we just out in public growling at everybody. Okay, we just know what it is, man. We just have a viewpoint of this society. This is the lens we look at the earth through. Okay, because as we understand, the scripts say, "Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove." We're not out here wilding. We're not out here mugging and looking crazy at people, or talking crazy or with this, this attitude. No, on the contrary, because you can still be, you know, agreeable with people. You still can know how to deal and, be mild mannered and still have a misanthrope mindset. Okay, you don't have to trust you don't have to, okay, trust people to know how to get along when you out and about, moving about. You don't have to have this this unwavering trust with people to get along with people. Okay, and you already expect the BS from most people. Okay, you already suspicious of most people anyway, man, because of the age and society that we live in. Okay, just to balance everything. Okay, but that misanthrope perspective is a perspective that the scriptures, give us of this world, man. Let's get some precepts. Okay, when you go to First John, First John 5:19, it says, "And we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness, man." Okay, because most people, if you really got into the scriptures, man, you will see, we will come to see that most people hate the Bible. The majority of this earth hates the Bible. That's just what it is. And that's why we just know not to even go there with, all right, people, man. We keep it very surface level, you know. We're not here to try to prove nothing, try to know everything at all times. Nah, man, we here, hey, keep it as simple as possible, keep it surface as possible, okay? Because we know when you really get into these scriptures, most people hate the Bible, man. And that's facts. If you really got into these precepts with most people that you came in contact with, they will have a hatred for this Bible, man. Okay? If you go into the truth of the Bible. Okay? So when we out and about, man, because we didn't know how to move. Because the scriptures, give us wisdom, the discernment, how to be discreet. Okay? How to be subtle. Subtlety, man. We know how to move. Okay? But our inner thoughts, our true perspective on this society is that of a misanthrope, man. Okay? To this society that's in decline. Okay? So going back to misanthrope, it says rooted in flaws. It says it is often based on observation of human vices such as selfishness, greed, cruelty, and injustice, leading to the belief that humans are fundamentally flawed. And this is what Esau produces in his age and his world. The rulership of Esau produces people that are selfish, greedy, cruel, injustice, okay? Self-worship, narcissists. This is what Esau empires produces. It's a factory line of degenerates, narcissistic, okay? Selfish people, man. Greedy, cruel, okay? Conniving. You see, this is what Esau's system produces, okay? So by default, this is what most people are. Okay, and we just know what it is, man. And we move accordingly. It says behavioral traits, misanthrope behavior often involves social isolation, avoidance of others, uh, cynicism, and sometimes rudeness, which, like I say, we're not here to be rude. Now, that aspect of it, like I say, we move in wisdom. Okay? You already know most people gonna be selfish assholes. Okay, most people are bitter. You know the nigga woman bitter. I smile when the more the more people frown, the more I smile, cause we got the truth. Everything working in our favor. I'm not gonna frown with you. I'm good. We should be good. I'm not gonna frown with you. We good. Okay, we the sons of God. We back. We serving your house every day. You know, your bitterness don't affect me. And I just know what you want. I know what you about. You know, and just leave it at that. You see. So yeah, let's go back here. Cause this world, cause these people, their world is in decline. The world that they love so much is in decline, man. So let's go here to let's go back to Colossians 3 and 4. It says, I'll start back at 2. Colossians 3 and 2 said, think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. For you died in this life, and your real life is hidden with Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man. So that character that we, played in the world, who we were in the world, is dying more and more. See, we're becoming something. And as we become, more like Yahweh Shah, okay, we become more isolated. We become more withdrawn. Okay, and you don't have to be rude to be isolated and withdrawn, man. It is what it is. I'm not gonna be there. Just be missing in action most of the time. This is what we on now. We building something. Hey, we got a play. Jake talking about they got plays and motion. Nobody got more motion than the sons of God. Nobody got more plays working than the sons of God through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. Okay. Verse 4, it says, and when Yahweh Shah, who is your life, is revealed to the whole world, you will share in his glory, man. Okay? So we await Yahweh Shah. The only thing to have an expectation for is Yahweh Shah. Nothing left. We should have no expectation in this world that's in decline. Okay? All expectations should be based on Yahweh Shah coming back, man. And not in this world that's in complete decline, man. So that's the point. Just wanted to get into that. Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sisters edified. Till next time I say shalom. Call me shalom, Bible, Shalom.